Hey there, it's Noelle from the Directors Club, and today I'm talking about creating a gossip-free workplace. Now, I know that you're probably not going to get totally rid of all the gossip, but we can work towards eliminating it and creating a positive environment at our childcare centers. And when we don't address a consistent issue with gossip, it really has a huge negative impact on us. It stresses us out as leaders. It also ends up stressing our teachers out that aren't participating in it. They get stressed out. It could increase turnover rates. It can have a really negative impact on our childcare centers. It's so important to address it. The first thing that you need to know about creating this gossip-free work community is that it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to address issues. I know a lot of people I work with have such a respect for their teachers and they love the staff that they have, but they're not comfortable addressing conflict. And that's one thing that you have to get over. You have to be able to say to somebody, if you're coming from a place of respect, you're just trying to help them grow. You're not doing it in a negative way. So you just have to know that. And it is hard. And I totally get that. And that's normal because you have empathy for people. Just know that you have to have these conversations. The first thing I would do is have a staff meeting and I would talk about the vision. What do you want your child care center to be like for your employees? What do you want it to be like when they come in the door? You want to be greeted, said hello. You don't want to be ignored or people don't even speak to you or look at you when you walk in the door. You tell them what you want them to feel like, what you want it to be like. And then produce a policy in a gossip-free workplace. We don't tolerate it. This is the disciplinary action. This is how, if you feel you're being gossiped about, how you solve it. Have a quick little policy, share it with them, and then discuss what they want to get out of a work environment. And that way you see what their vision is as well, and you can use those words as you communicate your vision. I would encourage an open door policy as well. Tell your team that anytime they feel like they're being gossiped about or something negative is going on, they're uncomfortable with it, they should come to you. I can tell you over the 18 years I've owned my childcare center, a few times people have left. And right after, a massive group of people were like, thank God that person left. All they did was complain. And I'm like, why didn't you say anything? So really best you can with your team, tell them that you have an open door policy and they can come talk to you anytime that they want to. And then this can help you help them solve the problems. Because my next tip is to provide things to say to them when they're in these situations. Sometimes that's part of the problem. I could be in a situation with a teacher in the classroom and she starts gossiping about another classroom or about the director, shocking, and they don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. So give them some ideas of things to say this in front of everybody at the staff meeting. If you're stuck in a situation where somebody is constantly complaining about whatever, you could just excuse yourself. Oh, I need to go take care of something. I'll be right back. And just end the conversation and walk away and start doing something with a child or something that you have to do on your list. You could also say, I need to run and go to the bathroom and stop that. You could come to the office real quick and say to the director, I'm like struggling so bad right now. It's so negative in there because we all know that these negative behaviors then get put onto the kids. Like they can hear it. They can see how, this person is with gossiping and complaining. Other things that you can do is make sure that you address these situations. So when you're constantly hearing something, address the situation. Have disciplinary action in place. Be ready to write somebody up or give them a verbal warning, mentor them. You can talk to them and say, every time I walk by, you're always complaining. What is it that I can do to support you? To try and get it out of them as to what is causing that. Are they just negative Nelly or is something going on that maybe that you could help them? Another thing that's really important, I think, is if you have this one person that even though people might really like them or the parents might like them or the kids might like them, it's still a negative impact to you and your business inside. And it's not worth it to keep somebody on the staff that's going to keep acting like that. Because I know from my experience, we've had teachers leave that were so nasty behind the scenes and the parents loved them. We were like, why don't you act like that all the time? And when they leave, even though the parents love them, things move on. They love a new teacher. So it does work out. It does work out. There is positive at the end of it. Once you come up with gossip policy and you come up with your vision and what you want it to your center to be like to work for, I suggest adding it to your orientation as well. And that way, as new people come in, they'll know exactly where you stand on this policy. So when we do all these things, when we aren't afraid to address it and we talk about our vision to our team and we have a written policy and we mentor everybody in stopping the gossip and addressing the gossip and we do all these things, it really does impact you in a great way because your employees appreciate it. You feel less stress as a leader because you're not dealing with that all the time. And it creates a really positive culture at your childcare center. So I hope that you learned something today about creating a gossip free work environment. It's so amazing to work in a positive work environment. And I know as a leader, you listening to this video shows how much you're committed to it. So I'm cheering you on, and I hope that you can implement something and make a positive impact at your childcare center, especially when it comes to a gossip free work environment. Thanks for listening.